Hey folks, so Nissan dropped off the brand new 2025 Nissan Murano and this platinum trim level, and I wanted to give you guys a point of view from a salesperson. This is their new key fob, or at least their updated key fob. Does have remote start. Unlocking the vehicle does have power folding mirrors there. And then I like to be a little bit transparent, of course, in my reviews, if you guys have seen my videos, but the new exterior styling, especially the new daytime ring lights, have been I've been a huge fan of those, of how they look. And then these slim headlights. One thing that had to grow on me was these, the front body or front bumper body color painted right here, or that black trim maybe should have been body painted with the same body color, if that makes sense. But regardless, it's kind of growing on me. These wheels are their new 21-inch wheels, but they are just plastic covering. There is an alloy wheel behind that, riding on Bridgestone 255 tires, with tires I should say, all seasons. You do get black mirror caps. This is finished off in their Everest white. And then this doesn't have the black contrasting roof, but you can get it with their other white color. I forgot what it's called. And then you do get a nice black or a gloss black trim at the bottom, which is also painted. It actually just adds a very premium vibe to the new Murano. And then you do get the new Japanese inspired katana sword, is what they call it. Opening the gas cap. It is capless now. Regular fuel, so keep in mind regular fuel. I thought the variable compression turbo would make this premium fuel, but Nissan was able to make it regular. Off to the rears, again. Those taillights are gorgeous. Matter of fact, in this same video, I will take it into a darker area so we can take a look at the taillights and the interior lighting. Platinum trim level, Murano spelled out, all-wheel drive. This does have dual exhaust, but it's hidden. And these are your reflectors. I do like how clean the new Murano looks. And of course, like many other videos, to open the lift gate right here, or motion activated, keys on your person, kick, take a step back, and voila. You do get tons of storage. We just got it in again. Here's the interior, cargo cover. Opening this up, should be a spare tire underneath there. And then you do have a button to close it, or same thing, keys on your person, kick, take a step back, and it closes for you. Here's a quick look at the side profile. Much like the other side, nothing too fancy. One thing to point out though is the platinum trim doesn't have the keyless entry or the button to get to the rears. That's one thing I noticed, because if you see it here, you have it on the Pathfinder, I believe. So I can see why they saved that little feature for the Pathfinder, but if they added so many premium features, maybe I wish they could have added that little touch. But I do like the exterior styling of this. So let's take a look at the interior. Let's take a look at the rears first, because I want to save. See, you can see I was trying to open it. It doesn't have keyless entry, but you can unlock it. Off to the rears. Look at that. Finally, some really nice touch to the interior. You do get these nice sunshades. Premium leather feel. I like this. Even soft touch back here in leather here. I'm not sure if this is real leather, but this is the platinum. And I know the seats are semi-aniline, so I'm not exactly sure with the leather here, but they do feel like the same leather. It's hard touch back here, which I don't mind. And then there's the interior. You can see on the other end. Look at that interior lighting. These are your seats. They pretty much just call this color gray. At least that's what the Windows sticker says. And these are your heated seats back here. Only on the platinum trim, I believe. And then you do get these two-tone, the quilted for the semi-aniline leather. And then I wish they had this little pull-down strap, because that's kind of a pain. I'm trying to do this one hand. Here, okay, yeah. I was determined to get that. So 2 cup holders and a little storage compartment. One thing to keep in mind, there is an accessory for a welcome lighting at the bottom. This particular model doesn't have it. When you walk up to a vehicle, it'll light up at the bottom here. The hatch here that we were looking at also does have some lighting that you can get on the sill plate as an accessory. But as we enter the vehicle, here's more of the doors and the interior. One thing I do like about the new Murano is that they carry the same materials from the front to the back. Like, it's full of leather, the same stitching, the same padding. Like, they didn't cost cut on this vehicle at all, which I really appreciate. Especially the interior lighting carries over. Most manufacturers, at least mainstream manufacturers, will just do the interior lighting at the front and completely forget about the back. But Nissan decided to carry it over, which I really appreciate. Door handle feels pretty nice and sturdy. These are your memory seats. All these controls are pretty much carried over from their Infinity model. I used to work for Infinity, but these remind me, or these are pretty much a carbon copy of the QX60. And then moving on to the interior, this doesn't have the Murano sill plate, but you can get an illuminated Murano sill plate or kick plate as an accessory. Before we even look at the interior, here's the panoramic roof. The other accessory I wanted to share with you guys is Nissan does also offer a lighting for your sunroof that goes across there. Just a regular light that kind of lights it up at night, which is a really nice touch. I figured I share with you guys. Of course, these are all your safety features. One thing to keep in mind is there's two steering wheel buttons. One is for your steering assist, one is for your heated steering wheel, so keep that in mind. And then your electronic parking brake is now down here. I think that's a really nice spot because they used to have the manual ones by your dead plate right there. Quick button for the massaging seats, which I appreciate. And then this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe a 10-way power adjusting seat. Of course, Nissan does one of the best seats. The leather feels very premium. This is their semi-aniline leather with their zero gravity. I mean, that's a marketing term, but their memory foam seats, which is nice. Let me hop on in. And then here's a quick look at the interior. This is their egg-shaped steering wheel. You do get a nice heads-up display. A frameless mirror is an option, so keep that in mind. If you want a frameless mirror for some reason, it'll also add auto dimming for the frameless rearview mirror, so keep that in mind. Light up the vehicle, foot on the brake. Here is your welcome sequence, I should say. Pretty nice. And then I wanted to share with you guys, so this does keep track fingerprints, because this is all gloss black, but I do like the premium feel that it gives. This right here is like their, can't really see it, is their new Pilot Safety Show 360. They used to have it over here, but now they switched it over here, and it's almost like, it's basically a digital one. So if you push it, it'll activate your Pro Pilot. So that's a quick way to do it. It's pretty cool. Otherwise I can turn it off. You can see up there, it's turning it on standby or turning it off, which I really appreciate. And this is your new, somewhat new, but look at this. I want to share with you guys this isn't straight, it's like angled, which I actually kind of understand because your finger's not, when you're holding it, you can see where my thumb is. So I kind of appreciate that Nissan kind of thought of that touch where it's angled that way versus up. Because if I'm holding the steering wheel, it's not going to be up like that. But anyways, going back to this controls this screen, so keep that in mind. So you have to push it twice to change the meter view, and it kind of changes the information display. Of course, this is pretty straightforward, but you can cycle through a plethora of information. You do now have, you see the two little dots right there. If we scroll up, you can throw your Google Maps in here, which is pretty cool. And if you want to go back to the other meter view, it'll still show in there. So that's actually pretty unique. One thing I wanted to share with you guys is just have to agree to the terms. This is your new infotainment system. It does have Google integration. We're not going to switch user, let that load. But if you want to, let's say if you're driving this, button right here will switch it to the other side, but it only controls these little widgets or shortcut buttons. So you can go from like maps, navigation, music, which is actually, in my opinion, kind of convenient, because if you're driving and you're like, oh, you know, I have maps here, but I want to change my music and see what's playing, you can easily just go here, and obviously your source, but it's on Bluetooth. It does have wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, and then Google is pretty straightforward. I can say things like, let's see, or I can change it to satellite, that's pretty cool too. It doesn't change in here, but it changes in here. I can say, hey Google, take me to Fox River Mall.
All right, Fox River Mall, let's go.
That's pretty unique. And then you have your navigation in here, but I can go ahead and just hit cancel. If you have an Android product, it's actually going to work really well. And then here's a quick look at the ambient lighting. This is the new Murano glass. It's not color changing. It kind of already does it for you. You can kind of briefly see it. It kind of starts changing color here. You start seeing it more at different angles like that and different lighting. But moving down here, this is your volume knob, which is pretty big and in front of you. I appreciate that. This is kind of gets used. I mean, you kind of have to get used to it. It's not something you can push really quick. Like you see, you might be able to hear it. See, like imagine me if I'm trying to, like, I'm freezing in my car, I'm like, turn it up. Like, it doesn't really work with the way I want it to. But again, that just might be me forcing it. Wireless phone charging pad works fantastic. I have a phone case on, not a thick one, but a pretty nice one, and it charges just fine. This shifter, a lot of manufacturers are going to a push button. I don't mind it. I can do buttons or a dial. Either one is fine. I do like a traditional, but I do appreciate how much room it gives you. Drive modes are right here. If you switch to toggle here, it tells you standard, sport, eco. I'm surprised there's no snow mode. I would figure it'd have that. Auto stop start you can turn off. Camera buttons. Nice resolution. Of course, I'm in the garage because it is cold out there. And you can change your views too. You can be like 360 round view. You can see which side. That's actually pretty nice. See, it shows the black roof, but this car doesn't have the black roof. You can see how much contrast it have with the black roof. Just my little picky opinion. Interior lighting. Surprisingly, it doesn't follow through all the way, but I can see because of this is angled like this, and this is like squared, so it doesn't go all the way, but at least it's nice. It has it. Console. This console reminds me exactly like the the Infinity, except for the Infinity kind of swoops up a little bit more, but this reminds me like the QX60. Storage down here, of course. And yeah, one thing I do appreciate is that this is power telescoping, so it actually works with your memory seats and your mirrors. This does get the Bose premium audio system, which sounds pretty good. And then of course your panoramic roof, which I showed you already. Interior lighting is actually touch sensitive. And I'm surprised, I'm not sure if those don't look LEDs to me, but it might just be the covering. I'm assuming they are. I would hope they are, but not a big deterring factor. And then we'll take a look at the vehicle one more time for you. I wanted to, let's see, unlock it. That's your turn signals. Mirrors are folding in. Oh yeah, that's actually really nice. But stay tuned, I'm gonna bring this inside and we're gonna take a look at the interior lighting. All right, now that we are inside, here's a quick look at the daytime running lights. You can see it's kind of bright, but it's just video. And then let me turn on the headlights for us and we can take a look at how that looks, as well as the interior lighting. That's beautiful. Imagine if you had all the other accessory lightings I showed you, it would add a big touch to it. And then let me turn on the headlights here. See, kind of dims everything. We'll come back to the interior. Give me a second. Oh, I didn't turn it on. I got one more. Sorry, folks. Give me a second. I'll be quick. There you go. So, those are your headlights. It kind of dims down the daytime running lights. That actually looks pretty slick. And then that other one that's not turned on will be for your high beams if you had them turned on. You can see your side light bar right there. Here's a quick look at the rears. That's fairly nice. You can see how intricate the details are. Really nice. And then for your license plate, they are LEDs down here, so they are nice and bright. And we'll go take a look at the rears real quick. Let's see, no keyless entry. You see it's getting to me. Well, maybe because the vehicle's running, but unlock. And here's a quick look at the rears. That's pretty much the only daytime light you have. And then it's pretty dim and dark back here. But it is a nice light. Same thing with doors here. That's beautiful. One thing I do want to show you guys, just to make sure I've done my due diligence here, is go to settings, go to vehicle, go to interior light, and you can choose, or you can do additional and choose your own. We'll do yellow, orange, not a fan of bronze. Let's do like pink. I've never seen pink before. That's interesting. And then let's do green. So cool how you can change it. And then, oh, also, haha, we can make it even brighter. How unique is that? That's some pretty cool interior lighting. Just imagine walking into your vehicle and you see all this. Yeah, that's really nice. And then imagine if you got the accessory with the sunroof that adds a light up here like I showed you guys. Oh man, Nissan has it going. If you guys get those lighting accessories like the kick plate too, those definitely add to the looks. But anyways, ending the video here soon. I'll turn on the high beams, or I'll leave it on auto. This particular model, I think the only thing missing is, I personally will get, if I got this vehicle, I'd get it probably in white with that blue interior, the black roof, all the lighting accessories, just my opinion. And I think the vehicle would look nice. I'm not, or actually I might change to white because I don't see, again, it's throwing me off, but that's just me. Like that looks a little funky. But again, it's something I can get used to. I do like the daytime running lights and everything else about it. But thanks guys for watching my video. And this vehicle, matter of fact, is available. So I'll leave my information in the descriptions. And if you guys would like to buy a car from me, I'd be more than happy to sell you one. All right, I will see you guys in the next video.